Everyone's been saying Salad is dead, that GPU mining doesn't pay anymore, and you'll spend more on electricity than you'll ever earn. So I went ahead and pulled up the earnings page for every single GPU on Salad.com, and honestly, almost all of them are profitable right now. Let me show you some numbers. So if you've been in the crypto mining space for any amount of time, you've heard the narrative, right? GPU mining is dead. The merge killed it. Electricity costs are too high. And honestly, that's not completely wrong. If you're talking about mining Ethereum directly, yeah, that ship sailed a long time ago. But Salad.com is doing something different now, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on it. Salad has shifted from just crypto mining to what they call container jobs, basically AI workloads, machine learning tasks, that kind of thing. And the way they pay you is different too. You're not just mining coins, you're renting out your GPU's compute power. That's a big distinction. I'm based in New York State where electricity runs about 22 cents per kilowatt hour. That's on the higher end of the US. So if Salad is profitable for me, it's probably profitable for most of you guys watching too. All right, let's get into the actual numbers. I went through the salad.com earning page, and I'm going to break this down by GPU tier so you can see exactly where the money is. Starting with the heavy hitters, your RTX 4090s, your 4080s, your 5090s, if you're lucky enough to have one of those. These cards are pulling in anywhere from $2.40 a day to $6.50 per day on container jobs. And at 22 cents per kilowatt hour, when you factor in the power that these cards are using, pulling roughly about 300 to 450 watts under heavy load, you're still looking at a positive margin. Let me do the math for you really quick. If a 4090 makes roughly $4.32 per day and uses about 350 watts, that's roughly 8.4 kilowatts per hour per day if you run it 24/7. At 22 cents per kilowatt hour, that's roughly $1.85 in electricity. So if your card is earning more than $1.85, you're in the green. And based on what I'm seeing on the earnings page, it absolutely is. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, the mid-range cards, because this is where most of us are at, right? Your RTX 3060s, your 3070s, your 4060s, your 4070s, these are the cards that most normal people actually own. And honestly, this is where Salad actually shines compared to traditional mining. These cards use way less power. We're talking between 150 to 200 watts under load. So if your electricity cost is dramatically lower, a 3060 running 24/7 at 170, 170 watts costs you roughly 90 cents a day in electricity, which means that you're going to earn roughly 25 cents per day on this card. So the 4070 Ti specifically, and I know this because of people on Reddit are confirming it too, is one of the sweet spot cards. Container job performance that's close to the high-end cards, but only with significantly lower power consumption. That's the efficiency play. By the way, if you're finding this breakdown helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It actually makes a huge difference for a channel my size. And subscribe if you want more honest, no hype mining content. No buy this miner and get rich BS. Just real numbers. All right, let's keep this going, guys. At this point, I really wanted to talk to you guys about some of the budget cards, but in all reality, the budget cards like the entry-level 1660s that were great for crypto mining back in the day, they don't really hold up on Salad because they're not in demand. This platform is really specifically based around cards that are in demand, more of the updated newer style cards. I think the oldest card I saw on their profit calculator, which I'll show you guys here on the screen right now, I think is a 2080. And when you look at it, its profits are okay, but the demand is very low. So you're not going to really hit much when it comes to that. Just wanted to put that out there for you guys so that way if you have a 1660 or anything, any of the really, really old gen stuff, you don't try to just throw it onto a platform like Salad. It might get some container jobs, but more than likely it probably won't. So I just want to give you guys that reality check. So now I want to be real with you guys for a second. I'm in New York, right? 22 cents per kilowatt hour is one of the highest residential rates in the country. And that's for right now during the off season. If you're in a state with cheaper power, and most of you are, your margins are way better than mine. If you're paying 10 cents or 12 cents per kilowatt hour, which is what a lot of the Midwest and Southern states are, a card that barely breaks even for me is making a solid passive income. That's just the reality of electricity costs in this space. I want to be transparent here. I'm not telling you to go out and build a mining rig for Salad. And technically, it's not a mining rig, it's an AI rental rig. What I'm saying is if you've got a gaming PC that's sitting idle while you're at work or sleeping, you might as well put it to work. That's the mindset shift. You're not a miner, you're renting compute. If you want to try this yourself, here's what I'd recommend. One, download Salad, obviously. I'll put a referral link if I can get one in the description down below. Two, get to the earnings page to check your specific GPU before you ever turn it on. Make sure it's profitable at your electric rate. Three, make sure container jobs are enabled. That's where the money comes in. Four, monitor your first 24 hours. Check your actual earnings versus your power draw. If it's not green, then turn it off. Simple as that. And don't forget, you can also earn through their reward store, game keys, that kind of thing. But for this video, I'm focused purely on the cash equivalent earnings. So here's the bottom line, everyone. GPU mining isn't dead. It's just evolved. Salad.com figured that out. AI workloads and container jobs pay way better than mining crypto directly. And they've built a platform around that. Almost every GPU on their earning page is profitable right now, even at my high electricity rates here in New York. That's not hype. That's just what the numbers say. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you running Salad? What GPU are you running? And what are your earnings? I'd love to compare notes. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe. It really does help. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.